Oh, hey everybody, how's it going? I'm EnviroBoy. I'm playing Potion Craft. I don't have anything else to say about that. That's the game I'm playing. There's nothing else fantastical about it. My kitty is here. Yeah, she's making all kinds of noise. Yeah. She's chirping. I don't know if the mic gets her. I say that every time. You know what would be a really good way for me to figure that out? Actually listening to any of the things that I record back, right? Like, actually watch and listen to my own videos. That would probably be a great way for me to know what the heck goes on in my videos, but alack and alas, here we are. I don't do that. I didn't mean to do that. Oh, golly, look at all the look at all these potions that I have. My goodness. Okay, we're working on this stuff here. Sorry, the last game I played was Elden Ring, and I beat it, and that was a couple days ago, and now I don't remember how other games work, which is an absurd thing for me to profess, because I've been playing this game the whole time. I've been working on Sunsalt, Rubedo, and all these things. Was this one? Yeah, okay, so we're working on the Rubedo. What do I still need? I need an acid potion and a gluing potion. Do I have... I don't have a protection from acid. I need to make acid. Oh wait, I have gluing. I don't have the stuff for gluing. Great. I need mushrooms? How do I not have mushrooms? Don't I grow mushrooms? What are you guys? That's poop shrooms. Oh, well, maybe I don't grow mushrooms. Maybe I only grow poop shrooms. I mean, poop's kind of like mud. Okay, I've got a bunch of things. Do we have people? Yeah, we've got people here. Let's just do this. Let's try and build up a stock of some stuff here. And we'll go on. Brought stones, would you? Okay, what kind of potion? Find magic rock. Neither pickaxes nor bombs have an effect. Need to remove the magic. Oh, anti-magic then. I think I've got that. I know I've got a recipe for it if I don't actually have anti-magic. I don't actually have... Is that? Anti-magic. Boom, there you go. Alright. Take that. Show me your goods. We have 55 in inventory. 7. Okay. Let's grab all those. It's like, this is always one of those ones where it's like, I might as well. I don't use the stones as often, but, like, it's mostly because I don't have a ton. And so I worry about the, you know, my inventory of them. But I might as well stock up here. Okay, yeah. See, we can haggle that. We can haggle that down. You kidding me? Come on now. Doop, 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 doop. Doop, doop. Wait for it. Doop, 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 doop. Great. That's a deal. Hey, level up, baby. What was I working on? Oh yeah, I was working on getting the bulk brewing. Now that's, like, explicitly what I'm doing. Alright, go on. Get out of here. Shoo. Shoo, 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 shoo. Go on. Tickle, 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 tickle. I need a potion that will help me slow down a speedy enemy. So do I have a potion of slow-mo? Because I don't think anti-speed is a thing. Pretty sure I have at least a recipe for that. Oh, jeez, I just realized my windows are open and I'm hearing the sirens outside. Some goober. Oh, hey, look at this. I can make these much more compact. We're absolutely going to do this. This is the commentary everyone pays the big bucks for. This is why everyone comes to my channel. They love the quality of the commentary that we get. I've been toying with the idea of adding a face cam to my recordings. I don't know if I'm going to. Like, it would be kind of fun. But in the same vein, I'm kind of like, but why? And I can't brew any... Wait, hold on. Do I have another? Dang it! I need mushrooms. Gosh darn it. Gosh darn it! I clearly had a lot of mushrooms at one point. Okay, so we need to go make some of these. All right. I guess we're gonna play this game, or whatever. It's the easiest way to get down there. Probably go down and around. Yeah, I've been toying with the idea of doing face cams. It's a weird thing. find myself, despite the fact that I do definitely value, no, smush it, I value my anonymity to a certain degree, there's another part of me that's growing less and less concerned about it. And I think the reason is because I recognize there's not gonna be, like, people don't have much motivation to, you know, there we go, just get out of there, boom, get ourselves a little bit of extra ground. People don't have much motivation to, like, make my life worse. I mean, now that I've said that, I'm sure some person's gonna be like, oh, I'll show you, you jerk. And now I'm gonna, you know, be in for it or whatever. Yeah, let's do this one. We got so much of this one. Let's do a few of these. So it doesn't, I don't know, anonymity is an interesting concept. Because we always joke about how, you know, you don't have that, like, you can't trust that you'll have anonymity in this world, in the modern world. I need, like, a mirror, an opposite version of that, so we can scoop underneath it. Okay, what if I just do, yeah, what if I do something like that and then come back? I could do that and then, like, angle my way back up. Because I know I got stink shrooms. I got stink shrooms for days. We can make things smell. That's for gosh darn diggity ding dang daroo, sure. But yeah, like, anonymity, like I say, it's a hard one for me to think about these days, because on the one hand, there really is a strong sense of, like, why bother? But in other ways, I think that sometimes means, like, you know, it's all the more important to care about that and to try and guard it as best you can. So when I started thinking about these things, like, do I want to continue to not let the world know what my face looks like? You know, it's like, you know, why am I bothering with that? Because there are so few people that actually care about my channel anyway. So like, comment, and subscribe if you actually love me. I'm kidding. I mean, I'm not. Like, it definitely, yeah, save that recipe, of course. Definitely please share with me. So wait, hold on. What am I missing for this? I'm missing poop shrooms for both of them. So I'm going to, hold on, where did the new one go? Okay, here's what we're going to do. I'm going to erase that recipe. We're going to bring, but no, this one, erase the recipe. Yes, I want to erase that recipe. Okay, and then we're going to bring that guy up here. Hold on, wait a second. We got to bring this spare paper over there. There we go. Boom. I should really be putting all of these in place of all these other ones too, because I'm like going out of my way to try and, like, make better versions of all of these recipes and stuff. I should really be doing that, but it doesn't matter at this moment. Where did the slow go? Where'd Potion of Shlomo go? There you go. Yeah, I'm always torn about it, because on the one hand, like I say, trying to preserve, you know, your sense of privacy is maybe one of the most valuable things that we can do in this world, but also at the same time, it's like, it's so much effort. It takes so much work to stay anonymous in this world. So it kind of turns into this, like, ugh, why do I care about it? I don't know. I have to defeat an evil wizard that throws fireballs. Protect me from his magic. Okay, anti-fire. There you go. Boom. Tackle that one. It's a weird thing, too. I feel like, also, the concept of caring about staying anonymous is in a lot of ways sort of like a dying art. Need a healing potion. There you go. It's a dying art, and I think a lot of it is exactly because of how impossible it can be to stay anonymous in this world. Like, I feel like I'm one of the last generations, my generation, us millennials here in the woods track game. You're pushing to help make me a better hunter. Magical vision? There you go. Because I grew up, my generation was one of the first ones to even have, yeah, oh man, do you have, oh no, you're not a mushroom person. Is there even anything that I could use more of? Yeah, 2, 3, 4, 5, there we go, just give me 5 of those, we're good on that. My generation was one of the last ones to even really be able to, like, have the opportunity to stay anonymous, because my generation is, like, the first one Like, Facebook, MySpace, all of that, those were, yeah, exactly. I'm gonna absolutely just buy a crap ton of that. It was one of the first generations to even really be able to have anonymity with Facebook and everything being brand new. Because in a lot of ways, it was, we were, oh man. Alchemist, my mansion is really ancient and it's falling apart. Perhaps you got... Oh, you want the glue potion. Remember this mansion being around for my entire life. It's very ancient. I mean, yes, it's very ancient, of course. Much more ancient than I am, and I'm not as ancient as my mansion. Good save, buddy. Good save. So there's, advertising has always been a thing. But the concept of being able to personally target and market, at people, well, what are we shy? We're not shy on the poop shrooms. Okay, so let's see if we can make anything without a poop shroom. Where's the glue? Poop shroom is going down, so presumably glue is going to be down here somewhere, right? Yeah, there it is. Okay, if we go around and down, that's going to be good. So let's start with that. Start with a couple of these. These are a pretty good way to go around and down, which admittedly not great because I don't have an infinite supply of these, but if we start with just 2 of these, then we have quite a bit. So we'll start with that, and then let's go down. But yeah, so like this whole guerrilla marketing where we specifically target an individual person, it's kind of a new thing, because it's, at least in the history of humankind. I know to people younger than me, that's kind of how it's always been, probably from your perspective. I need to go just a little bit around. Yeah, let's do one of these. We can kind of go around a bit. There we go. Yeah, it's because it's something that came to be, like the inception of that whole world, that whole idea of targeting an individual for the sake of marketing is something that sort of came about with the advent, shall we say, of the internet. It's something that, so like the story of it, I remember kind of doing the research on this or hearing about this. I feel like it was for a class at some point in my life. I don't remember if it was like a grad school class or a college class. But there was, as the internet was becoming a new thing, there started to be just sort of like, basically what it was is companies, advertisers specifically, started realizing that they had just this humongous wealth of information, just a huge influx of information that never before had access to. And because of the ability to track someone through like IP addresses and web browsers and all that kind of stuff, because of all of that, this new ability to find, personally target a person, just be able to do that at all. I'm going to go ahead and do one of these just because we have so much of it. They had this new stuff and they started doing all these hardcore analyses of it. And the story is that there was a lawsuit even about it. And it kind of was a bad thing because it meant they started realizing they had to be extra stealthy about their marketing. That was the lesson they took from it. But basically what it was is there was like a teenage girl who started receiving advertisements for like baby stuff, and before she realized she was pregnant, because her search history, like they were able to hyper analyze her search patterns, and they matched like women who were in their first trimester just based on just like the things that she was interested as far as like like different health products and stuff like that. This is all just me trying to remember this. But that was kind of like the first realization that a lot of companies had, that like, oh man, we can really we can really be hyper marketing people to an obscene level, just an absurd degree. Yeah, erase that recipe and let's bring that out of there, and let's bring this up there. And that's just it. That was kind of a new thing. And that's a thing that happened within my lifetime. Like, that happened when I was like in high school age or something like that. So where this whole horrifying story really is coming from, or where I'm going with this, is that, like, that's a new thing that happened within my lifetime. Before that, we did not have the ability to do this, so there wasn't the drive to demolish the anonymity that we used to rely on. Like, it was totally fine. Companies didn't have the financial incentive to be as invasive as they are nowadays. So naturally, of course, like, the moral of the story is money has forced our lives to get worse. You know, the concept of profits has ruined everything, as it always does. Blow things up. What do you need? That mad mushroom is really bad for you. Is that okay? What is it? Strong potion. Oh, you want a weak potion? I hate when people do this. Ugh. I want a weak potion. So you don't want mad mushrooms. Excuse me. And you want it to be weak. Okay. Excuse me. What's this other one? Okay, and really simple. Okay, yeah, we can do that. That's easy. That's an easy one. We'll just do a couple of these, and we'll just make a one-off here. But yeah, so all of that to say, like, the concept of anonymity is sort of like a dying thing. And it's weird, and it's because that has happened in my lifetime. I feel like my generation, oh my gosh, I am about to have to go get water. These seasonal allergies, man, they're getting me. I might go, okay, finish that potion. I'm not saving that recipe. Where's our weak explodey potion? Oh shoot, did I just make a potion of fire? I wasn't paying attention. Gosh darn it, that's on me. Well, that's on me. I got a weak fire potion. You wanted a weak explosion potion. I think we can still easily make it within his realm of desire. It just needs to be weak. Honestly, I might do a couple of these. I know we're gonna be kind of close to running into the other stuff, but if we do one of these, and then one of anything else, because that's... Oh no, hey, we're in the clear. Yeah, great. We're just gonna do a couple of these. So yeah, that's just all. Like I say, all of that to say, anonymity is a weird thing because people don't expect it nowadays. Whereas I grew up expecting it. Like, it was understood that it was pretty easy to stay anonymous when I was young. Like, even with, you know, social media becoming a thing, you know, that was growing in commonality and popularity, it was default that companies actually still cared about giving you the anonymity. And I think the reason they did that wasn't because they were more or less altruistic. I mean, I guess you could say they were more altruistic, but it was more so that they just didn't have an incentive to care. They didn't have an incentive to take your anonymity away. They were like, well, there's nothing to gain from knowing who you are, so I don't care. Need a mana potion. Weak potion more best. Oh my gosh, why is everyone wanting weak potions? Alright, that's it. I'm pausing. I'm gonna go get something to drink. 1 second. Okay, alright, I'm back. I'm packed, and I've got something to drink. It's delicious and refreshing. Okay, this guy needed a weak mana potion. We got a strong mana potion. It's weak, I'll pay extra. It's worth it. Like, it's a pain, but it's worth it to try and get that extra cash. Because I've been so spendy lately in this game, so... Alright, at any rate, what was I talking about? Oh yeah, I was talking about anonymity and how weird it is these days. So, but yeah, like, it just... you know, going back to where I started with it, thinking about, you know, adding a face cam for myself. Honestly, I'm just gonna do... pull those, there you go. You know, thinking about adding that in there, for me, it's an intimidating thing. But it's funny to think about because I feel like it's just like it's not the same brand of intimidating for a lot of other people. I feel like other people kind of don't care. Because one thing that I have learned, I've caught on to, is that one of the important things you need a sorcerer. Icicles, what is that, an ice protection? Is that what you want? Or do you want an anti-magic? If I do no, that's all wrong. I love how angry they get. Just like, even through, wait, hold on, I can probably just anti-frost magic. Yeah, give me a bunch. They're so, like, aggressively, like, stop putting that in front of me. It's the worst. It's disgusting. It makes me throw up. I look like Edward from Twilight when he smells a mosquito or whatever was going on in that scene. It was really weird. I watched that movie. I'm gonna jump the column. I've talked about anonymity for too long. I'm gonna jump the column. My fiance finally, she grew up. She was a teenage girl in the Twilight era. That sounds so much more ominous. It's the Twilight era of humanity. Humanity is dying. They are in their twilight. No, she grew up as a teen girl reading Twilight, watching the movies, loving them, taking them way more seriously than they deserved. And that's fair. I had my own things as a teenage boy. And honestly, like, the irony is I took, as a teenage boy, I took it way more seriously than it necessarily deserved to, because I hated it way more than was a reasonable amount for anything. Oh, sorry, what do you need? There are a couple places really difficult to reach on the ground. If you want a potion of flying, do I have potions of flight? I don't have them made right now, but I can. Yeah, levitation. Give a bunch of those. There you go, bud. Okay, let's see here. I'm pretty sure I've got. Do I have Tangleweed? I don't know if I've got Tangleweed. What's this one? Are you Tangleweed? Yeah, we have Tangleweed. We have Water Bloom. I know we've got that. Pretty sure we got Whirlweed, right? No, is that Whirlweed? Oh, that's Feather Bloom. Do I not? Oh, I might not have Whirlweed, actually. What are you? That's the Terraria. That's the thorny one. What are you? Those are the Dream Beats. That's what sounds like a music genre. Oh, he's got that Dream Beat going, bro. Okay, yeah, let's get one of those seeds. I know we got Wind Bloom. Yeah, we got Feather Bloom. Sweet. Okay, let's haggle it. But yeah, so my fiance, she grew up in that in the Twilight era, and she loved it as a kid. She recognizes that it's absurd and so melodramatic, and very Mormon coded too, which was interesting. I had not known that about it, but then when we watched it, I was like, yeah, how about that? This world is a fascinating world. But we, so she had me sit down and watch it. Oh, hey, I have a Terraria seed. Another Terraria seed? Oh, because, yeah, that's right, because we get things. I'll have to sell that. I'll have to pay attention and remember to sell those things. But she had me watch it, and it was a trip, man. It was as entertaining as can be, too. Okay, so I don't have... Wait, hold on. What 2 potions do I still need for that? I need... Potion of glue. Oh, wait, hold on. But I think I just made a bunch of potions of gluing, didn't I? Did I make a batch or did I just make one? I made one, but I can make a batch because I made a better recipe for it. That's what it was. Yeah, give me a batch for that. Level up, baby. So she had me watch it so I could understand the hilarity that is Twilight. And that was one of, like, there are so many good scenes. Of course, there's the baseball scene, which is... It's honestly one of the most fascinating things in the world to me, that because I guess that's a real thing in the book. Like, that wasn't even just like a movie choice. That was, they were like, yes, they need a baseball scene. and I'm just like watching this movie like, that they actually felt like that was critical. Was that acid protection? So acid must be up in this direction then. Just interesting. Is it up this direction? Why would it be this direction? That doesn't even make any sense. Where? Yeah, oh, there's acid. I guess that's kind of in that direction. Yeah, I guess that's kind of there. Shoot, I already lost it again. There it is, right over there. Oh, this should be an easy one to get to then. Yeah, we can make acid. No problem. But one of my favorite scenes, actually, though, the whole thing, Thorn Stick's not a bad one to get. But honestly, Stink Shrooms, just because we have so many of them, and we can have just a constant supply of them, was the opening scene when she walks into the classroom, and you get just this rapid fire of like 17 fast cut shots, just showing him looking like he's gonna vomit. And it's not, at least within the context of the movie, it's not really ever addressed. It never really takes the time to explain what the heck was going on in that situation. He's just sitting there looking like he's gonna yak, and then he's gone for a few days, and then he comes back and they have a discussion, and then they're in love like 1 or 2 scenes later. It was fascinating. It was a fascinating thing. And I'm like, wow, they made a lot of decisions, including that one, and I am not entirely sure how I should interpret what I've just witnessed. I guess, whoops, yeah, I guess we'll do one of those and we'll go down with it. But yeah, that was a trip. That whole movie, I feel like I should write a review. Just because I have a lot of thoughts about that whole process of watching that movie. And it's, you know, the thing is watching it. I've never read the books either. And that was my first experience with the movies, you know, watching the movies. And here's the first thing that I will say. I understand why that was such a sensation for teenage girls. Oh my gosh, that's gonna work out perfectly to get ourselves a strong gluing potion. There we go. Look at that. Do that, or a strong acid potion. Yeah, I definitely want to save that recipe. Finish that potion. Go to our recipe booklet. We want to put this sucker right there. Man, we are running out of space for all of our potions. I might have to bring all of our protection potions down here, and like just decide which of these I'm gonna keep. But for the moment, let's just go ahead and finish getting our acid potions. No, we want this. It's our acid potion. Where'd you go? Where'd you go? There you are. Strong. No, gosh darn it. You see this? Where's our acid potion? Goes in there. Are we set to make this? Do we have it all? Is that everything? I think that's all of it. Yeah, it looks like we got it all. Boom. Let's do this. But yeah, like, I get it. I understand why all of the emo kids, all the scene and emo kids were into that. Because the level of codependence and obsession going on with that love story that was going on there, it makes perfect sense. Like, that is exactly the kind of, like, attention that a teenage, anyone, like, boy or girl, really, boys and girls want the same amount of attention at that age. They just have different ways of going about it. Boys do ridiculous, stupid stuff that you can't... like, boys are more likely to induce, like, a behavioral version of a NASCAR crash that is like, you just can't look away. Whereas the girls just want... They you know, so the boys, they want the whole world to look at them. That's why they play games like football. But then girls want the like, undivided attention of that one magical person. They want to feel that special, you know? So... and am I generalizing to an unfair degree? You bet I am. You bet your bottom dollar I am. I mean, I could save the last recipe. We might as well. I don't think that's even going to be a bad recipe. We need more moon... oh my gosh, I need so much moon salt. How much can I make any moon salt? What am I shy on? Dang it, the mud shrooms. The mud shrooms. I only need one mud shroom, though. One shroom. What's the other one I was supposed to be making? I need to make sun salt. I have the recipe for sun salt, right? Oh, we can make the philosopher's stone. Oh my gosh. You know we're gonna have to make that. Oh my gosh! Oh, it's gonna take forever to finish this game at this rate. We needed to make the sun salt. What's that? Life salt. Ooh. Okay, so sun salt. I can probably make a lot of these things. As it is, we need to put in... I think we have... Citrinatus. Right? Do we have... Is there a... No, you just have to go scroll all the way down. Citrinatus. Put that in there. So I'm gonna make more of that. I'm gonna have to make more moon salt again. Okay, we're gonna wait. I need to figure out whatever the one thing that's using mushrooms is, and I need to step away from that, but I guess we'll do all of that on the next episode. I'm gonna say for now, thank you so much for joining me. I love and appreciate every single one of you. I always say it, it's always true. Golly, I'm gonna go back to the anonymity thing. Do what you can to preserve your anonymity. I know to a certain degree, a lot of it is just like, these days you just have to maintain plausible deniability. Like, that's as close as you can get. Just like, try to be able to sow any doubt, which the good news is, like, AI is making that super easy because everyone can, like, fake everything. So we're getting to a point where you can just say, like, no, that was clearly faked. So you got that going for you. But yeah, just, like, do what you can to preserve your anonymity, because it's one of those things that, like, when it's gone, it's gone. So be very careful about how you get rid of it, like in what ways you let it disappear, because it's nice to have when you need it, but when it's gone, like, it's gone. Just ask any secret agent who had their identity leaked and now they have to be witness protection or whatever. So it's a stupid example. I don't know, just be attentive to it. That's what I got for you. Love you. Bye. Ah, boy. I'm like sitting here professing like everyone should stay anonymous, but should I make myself less anonymous? Oh boy. Just the world we live in makes these things so difficult to debate with yourself. I hate reality. Let's all just live in the woods.